Hi, my name is Eric, and today I'll be showing you how to create a three-dimensional array. That's pretty trivial to do, but I'll be doing this dynamically. So I'll make use of pointers, and in essence, I'll be doing a triple indirection of pointers. All right, to start off, I have a variable here, test4, which I assign 5. And then I create a pointer that points to the memory location of test4. And then I create another pointer which points to the memory location of test3. And then create a pointer to a pointer to a pointer which points to the memory address of test2. Okay. Alright, so I pass this test value to my function 3D p-arrays. I pass the test. Here's a function. It expects an integer as an argument, and not just any ordinary integer. It expects a pointer to a pointer to a pointer to an integer. Okay, so let's see what you're passing in. We are actually passing in a pointer to a pointer to a pointer, so the arguments do match. Okay. At this point here, I'm creating a pointer to a pointer to a pointer to an array. And here's the syntax for that. I will try and explain this the best I can, because it's really hard to wrap your head around this. But what's happening is I'm creating an array, a 3 by 4 by 5 array. Okay, so what's happening is we'll have three structures. So we'll have 3 pointers pointing to 3 structures. I want you to think of it as 3 structures, but they're not 3 structures. All right, so within those 3 structures, we have 4 more pointers. Now these 4 pointers will contain 5 elements each. So in essence, you'll have 3 structures which are 5 columns by 4 rows. Okay, when I run this, it's gonna become clear. But all right, so here I create the first 3 pointers which point to the 3 structures, and I go ahead and create for each 3 structures, create 4 more pointers. Okay, these 4 more pointers I initialize by 4 more elements. Sorry, they initialize by 5 elements each. That's what's going on here. Now we have set up the structure. We can start putting in values into our structure. The way to do that is to have 2 nested loops, 3 in total. So I have 1, 2, 3 loops. What's going on here is I'm setting the values for each element in my 5 rows by 4 column structure for each of the 3 structures. Alright, this was actually essentially we passed in 5 because this all point to 5 here. So in essence, when we pass test here, we pass this value here, and we pass it by reference. Okay, alright, so at this point we have 5 plus 1 is 6, so we get for our structure here we get 6. Okay, now since it's by reference, we can actually manipulate the value in physical memory, or test4 in essence. We can actually manipulate it, and that's what I'm doing here. So in essence, when we come again to the loop, z has 6. So 6 plus 1, that'll be 7. We manipulate the value again. This becomes 8. It goes on initializing values in that pattern, and you'll see what it does. Then I go ahead and print this structure. So I pass in this structure we created here into my 3D print, and this is how 3D print looks like. This basically what it does is I pass in the array structure and then use the indices to get the actual values for each, and then I have this end lines here just to print out everything in the right order. Suffice to say, this is a really hard thing to wrap your head around, but once you see the output, everything's gonna make sense. And you'll see that at this point, test here, or aka test 4, at this point we'll print out 5, and after this is done, it'll print out some number, I think 65 or something, which if you do think about it, is 3 times 4 times 5. So we are actually printing out 60 values within our 3 structures, because it's a 3 by 4 times by 5, which is 3 times 4, 12 times 5, 60. So you start off at 5, then we should end up at 65 or 64. Benny, let me just run this and let's see what it does. Okay, so that's the output. See, it begins with 5, and in the first loop, since z plus 1 gets 6, and then it continues printing in that sense. I will show you the three structures by just doing a simple change here. In my print function here, if I just add one more if I just place one more end line here, you will see the 3 structures I'm talking about, and it's going to be easy to understand the sort of structure we are creating here. Okay, let's run this, and hopefully we'll be able to see what I was talking about. Okay, now here we have our 3 structures, and we see it's 4 pointers, and each pointer holds an array, a single array, a 1 by 1 array containing 5 elements. So this is where we get 3 structures, and then for each 3 structures we have 4 pointers pointing to a single array, a 1 by 1 array, and then we create 5 elements in that array. So we end up with 5 columns by 4 rows. And I hope this was I hope you're able to follow through. I know it's not so simple to follow through, but I also hope it helped with understanding indirection and dereferencing multiple indirections. If you have any questions, please ask me, and log on to www.ces.uml.edu/tilde EGITANGU. The link will be located in the bottom of this video. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.